The Texas A&M Aggies taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand off from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Looking for room, it's Henderson. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Norman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They come into the season #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass, it's Underwood. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit.
Turning it on! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Got a man, it's Charles. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great position.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the 2nd level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Here we go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They want to throw it. Got his man on the right. Strong, firm tackle.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Power football with the run. Runs through a tackle. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the boot, looking for his man. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Texas A&M going quickly.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of hard meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to escape and get it himself. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Texas A&M offense is back on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Gets it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
A&M comes back out with another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Finds his big tight end. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Henderson. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to get it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, it's a nice job by the defense in the back end staying with it. Even though the play broke down, quarterback was flushed out to the right side, making it a very tough throw for him. They ended up getting the catch, but it was out of bounds.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here we go. They'll try to to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To the air, it's Underwood. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up 14 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll try the run. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Finds his man. It's Bond. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Caught over the middle, it's Bond. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Denson. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They'll run play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Henderson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 25 over UMass. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Charles. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
To the air on 1st down. Snagged out of the air.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Floating away. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll run it from the gun. Creates a little room. Brings into the open. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
To the air, it's Underwood. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
To throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There he goes. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. trying to pound their way in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Extending the play. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Clemson jumps to the line. Back to pass. It's Denson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Got a little space. Turning it on. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Plucks it out of the air. And they're able to get him on the ground. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Denson. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 35 to Kentucky. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Smashes through the tackle. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.